Hi, how you doing, guys? Basically just going to be doing a standard deck build today, so I've tried to do a different one. So if you didn't know, standard is basically a limited amount of cards. You only allow cards from the recent sets, so you're not allowed any EX cards or anything from older sets in these ones. So if you're just starting out, it'd be good for you to try one of these out, because it means you've got a limited amount of cards that you can choose from, so you're going to try different strategies. So the one I've done here is a lightning deck, so I'm quite into lightning decks at the moment, so I've made it around sort of a Jolteon and Magnezone combo, so we're going to get into that right now. So if you haven't already checked out the new sets, check them out now. So if you are going to be doing standard deck builds, it's mostly going to be the new decks that you're going to be using anyways. Alright, so electromagnetic radar is basically you discard some cards, and then you can get 2 GX cards. Doesn't have to be basic, you can get any one, so you can get Zero, so I've got there, and also Titanium. So it's pretty much, I had to use the first one because it was only basic I had in my hand, but now I can put them on the bench and I can use the ability to get a new hand, but I'm not going to quite do that just yet because I've got Magnezone in the hand, so I don't want to get rid of him. So it looks like he's got a couple of tag team cards. The one he's actually using is a promo card. It's quite a hard card to get unless you've actually bought the card from your life and put the code in yourself. So generally promo cards in the game, if you don't actually have a physical collection, are quite hard to come by. So just put up them for trades if you're ever after any of these promo cards, like this one here. So you've got like it's Dusk Noir and Trees. I can't remember how to pronounce the other one, but it's quite a good card. But I see you can't get that one out of a pack, so it's only out on a promotional box. So Mischievous now I've just evolved, so it's got ability now. So if he uses its ability, it's knocked out. So I get a prize card if he does choose to use its ability. Normally anyone that uses it does that ability straight away. We'll see what he does. So 2 more. So Trevenant, that's what it's called. Trevenant and Dusk Noir. So it looks like he's got quite a few of them. So Mischievous Message, there you go. So he's using his ability, knocked out. I get to choose a card. So one of the other things in standard deck building, if you didn't know, there's no Guzma, there's no Lissandra cards. There's no field blower cards, there's nothing like that. So like normal bread and butter cards that you always have in a deck, a lot of them you can't use, so you've got to try and use other cards instead. So you don't have as much fear about your Pokemon being swapped. So if you are trying to what's the word? Stall a person, if you are losing, you have got a good chance of coming back, because the only real card that they can use to swap is a Great Catcher that's just came out in the new set. So that card gets to swap the card for another GX card that's on the bench. So if you're using a standard deck build that's only made out of standard cards, there's no GX cards in it, then you haven't got any fear of that. You either can't really swap your card unless they get something another a Great Catcher, that one that you can flip a coin, but even then if it doesn't land on tails you won't be able to swap it, so it's a little bit harder to do. Alright, so we're going to evolve Magnemite and Magneton. I'm not going to use its ability because basically it's the same as Mischievous. If I use the ability, it's knocked out and he takes a prize card. I'm going to get another Titanium. Here we go. So straight away, got Eevee, got Magnezone as well, so we're going to go Raichu, and we're going to swap them in, and then this time I am actually going to use it. So I'm going to try and I was going to try and get Thunder Mountain on the field, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do it. So basically I've took red and blue for Eevee, so if I get a chance to, I'm going to use red and blue on Eevee, and it basically lets me evolve them straight away. But for now I'm going to go Volkner maybe. We'll control 3 more cards. If I go Vulcan, I probably can't get Phenomenon, but we'll go anyway. So we're going to go Rare Candy, I think. No, switch. Yes, Rare Candy, 4-1 Rare Candy. Yeah. So basically, Rare Candy is because I got Magnemite the bench now. I can evolve them into Magnezone my next turn. Means I can then use any amount of energy cards. I can just attach them to any one-on-one. So I'm just going to swap them back because I didn't get the fun amount like I wanted to. So we're going to go Eevee. So probably not going to be able to evolve him into Jolteon now. He's probably going to get knocked out on this turn, but we'll see what happens. So if there's any deck builds you want to try out, you're not sure about, like let me know and I'll try and make one that's good enough to be put in a video, and I'll show you the best one I can come up with. So if you want to give me a challenge, just give me any sort of card that's good, and I'll try and make a deck with it. Alright, so here we go. So we're going to draw some cards. Cherish Ball, yeah, we're going to get Jolteon, might as well, so he's still on the field. Unable to evolve Magnezone now since he used that reset stamp, but Jolteon has no energy to retreat, so that's basically why I evolved him first, because if I wanted to use Eevee to evolve, I would have had to put in Eevee to retreat, I would have to put another energy card on it, and it would have made it so I couldn't put any energy cards on Raichu, so I wouldn't have had enough to attack, so that's why I had to evolve him first. And then you got to try and learn your deck, know what cards work, know what retreat costs are in each one, so you get the best possible moves. If you're after these sort of like Jolteon GXs and Flareon GXs and Vaporeon GXs are all actually promo cards, you do have to either trade for them or get the actual physical code or the actual card. They normally come out of tins or sets, so they're a little bit pricey, about £10 to £20 each if you want to buy the actual like sets that I've got them in. So if you're unable to do that, just try and trade for them. Like, most people will trade them for maybe 2 or 3 packs, or get you one. So trade a few of our cards to get some packs that are available. I used a few of these, I did trade them, retrade them, that you would have seen in the previous video of how we get packs. And I got them all back, so all the Flareon, I think I've traded 2 Flareons and 2 Jolteons, but then I retraded and I got them all back, because I do use them. So basically after this video I'm going to try and do another one. I'm going to do a standard one for each of the evolutions promo ones. So I'm going to do a Vaporeon deck. Also going to do a Flareon deck. Each one does a little bit different. Have different abilities in each one. Basically shuffling some cards, random cards in my deck, the ones he chose. I don't really need them, so it doesn't really matter for me. So I'm just going to go back to Jolteon. Basically the reason for that is I'm going to swap him, retreat straight away for Raichu. And then I'm going to use Kura's Trap, poison him, and confuse him. Doesn't really matter about the confusion because I'm going to paralyze him with Raichu now, but the reason why I did that for is because I've also got Dust Island on the field, so that's a poison field ability, so basically he does manage to switch him with a switch card, or well, he would have kept the poison on him if he had swapped him, but he's just got rid of the field card first. So we'll see what he does. I only need number 2 more prizes. He's just ended it, so he's pretty much just lost now. Because all I need to do is just swap it again for oh, I've got a switch card there anyway, so I could swap them twice if I wanted to, but we're going to go with swap. Because if Power Plant on, I can't use to roll the ability, but I don't really need it, because there we go, 110. More than enough damage. Would have took 3 cards, but I only need to take 2, that's all I've got left, so that's 1. Always deck build, try to get at least 2 wins, so make sure that's a good enough deck to use. That's 1 win there against a pretty decent deck, but quite a common standard setup, that one. Them promo cards do go for quite a lot. I think I've seen them up for about 10 packs for 1 card, maybe some other ones. But like I say, you can always just try and get them for a couple, just put that trade up, see if someone accepts it. If they don't, then they don't. If they do, then it means you get a good card for quite cheap. And if you keep putting them and it keeps getting expired, you never get any probably will have to put up a few more packs if you really want that card. So going first this time. Alright, so if I went second, I would have been able to use Magnetic's ability to go first. Basically, I don't have an Electrike in my deck, so it's just a stage 1 card. Does come up that you can't, they haven't got the evolutions for all of it, but basically its ability is that if I get him in the hand and I go second, I can use him straight away without having to evolve him. And the reason why I have him in for is basically he's got one called Double Charge, so his attack is basically it's 40 damage, but what it does is it lets me put two electric energy cards onto my bench Pokemon if they're in my hand. So if I do manage to get him in my hand and I go second, he goes straight on the field, and as long as I've got energy cards in my hand, I can then power up my other Pokemon like on my first turn. So when it comes to attacking it, I've got to either my Raichu's already powered up or my Eevee's powered up and ready to be evolved straight away. That means you're not waiting around using one energy card each turn, you put them straight on every time. And then the right way around that is that obviously the Magnezone, you seen last time I didn't have to use it that time. Don't actually really need that many energy cards with this deck. You only need maybe 1 or 2 on each Pokemon, and if you've got Thunder Mountain like I've got there, you even need even less. So if I wanted to attack now, I wouldn't even need an energy card, Magnemite, just put Thunder Mountain on the field, and then takes away one electric energy per attack. So it is only one electric energy, so it makes it free, so I can attack straight away if I wanted to. Even on Jolteon with his first attack, it's only one item energy, so it's very cheap energy card wise for this deck. But let's see what we can do. So my turn now. So straight away, Thunder Mountain, get rid of that. And I don't need Magnetic, so obviously you only use him to start, so I can discard him. It's basically a free discard I don't really need. I'm going to get rid of Electro Power. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with Zeraora again, I think. And Raichu. Actually, yeah, because we're going with this. We'll do this. We'll get a new hand. A bit of a risk, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, swap him in. Obviously, 2 energy cards. That's all I needed because I've got Thunder Mountain in play. So, yeah, we can power him up if we need to, but not just yet though. So this deck that he's using is a very common standard setup. Basically there's no GX cards in this deck if I'm right. So the card he's going to put on, when he's got on the bench, so he's got a spell tag and a recyclable energy on it. It's basically, it takes 3 energy cards to attack, but it's got an ability that as soon as you knock it out, its ability goes straight back on the bench. But as it goes straight back on the bench, it does damage to my bench Pokemon. So you can never really get rid of it. As soon as you knock it out once, the guy will just bring it back, and you bring it back again, and you'll just keep powering it up. He's Inky. Will evolve. Probably on this turn if he gets the right card. And if it's the one I'm thinking he's going to use, is let's have a look, see if he does it. It's got the ability to basically put energy cards onto his Pokemon straight away. So he's going to use Mysterious Energy Treasure, sorry, to get a, yeah, you go Malamara. So his skateboard, he can retreat. So he's probably going to retreat into his Garatini, I think it's called. Some of the names of the later expansions I'm not 100% familiar with. Here we go, so I'm just taking his time. Right. 22, 25. Right, here we go. So he's going to use the ability of his Malamar. Oh, he's not. Interesting. So that's Good draw there, got a rare card, so Magnezone. Going to use Magnezone's ability to, now we're going to touch the second energy card to Raichu. And I'm going to use the Thunderclap Zone ability of Zero to swap him without having to take any energy cards off him. And because Thunder Mountain's still in play, I only need 2, so straight away he's knocked out. He's going to do the thing I told you about, so he's going to bring him straight back onto the field. And he'll attack, and you'll be able to put damage counters on my bench Pokemon. So spell tag, put all of it on Raichu. And let's see if he uses his ability. He's got 21 minutes and 50 seconds. Alright, so you're going to use the ability or not? Working on communication, you must want something else, so he's going to throw an Eevee away to get a... probably another Malaman. Oh, maybe he hasn't got one in his deck, maybe it's in his prizes and you can't find it. Oh, Mars Shadow, the new one from Cosmic Eclipse, I believe. I did pull this card in my opening. It's not one of the rares though, so it's in one of them there, it's in there somewhere. I remember getting it. I did get a red and blue Versal, I think I've got in here as well. I did actually pull the full art red and blue online. I'm going to upload that soon as well. So I did record the opening of that. So you can compare an actual online opening to a physical opening. I think the actual opening of real packs is better ratio than it is online. Some of the cards are a lot harder to get. So all the packs are just random, but in booster boxes they're always set so you get a decent amount of good cards. There you go, so that's the ability. So he's going to put him straight back on the bench. He's going to attack, there you go, 10 damage on 2 bench Pokemon. I think it has to be GX Pokemon that he puts that onto, but I do use a lot of GXs in this. So we're going to swap them back again, so straight away Zeraora can now use his attack. So first off, we're going to get another energy card. And we're going to get, let's have a look, another Electromagnetic Radar as well. iPad storage almost full. Okay, so another one knocked out. Just take his time, this guy. Like if you compare my time, I've got 22 minutes 20 seconds left. He's on 19:45 at the moment. It's taken almost 3 minutes longer than me to take his turns in total. So spell tag shows to put a few on each Pokemon there. Basically spell tag is when the Pokemon's knocked out, the second Pokemon's knocked out, they get to put 4 damage counters on either the same Pokemon or they can share it amongst them all. There's the my Magnezone if you want to have a look at that. So that's the ability of it. So it is in a few decks. You can actually get a couple of Magnezones in the Zeraora theme deck. So if you're wanting to get them, and you've got 500 coins, buy the theme deck and it actually gives you 2 Magnezones that's actually in that theme deck. So my turn there took about 16 seconds. This has taken quite a long time. So Marshall's good attack. So yeah, basically he can use any of my attacks as long as they're not GX attacks. So he's taking 2 of mine right there. So we draw some more cards. I need an energy card so I can retreat him. Didn't get it, but we did get a Zeraora. But And discard 2 cards right now. So probably discard. Yeah, we don't really need the Zoro or Jolteon. All I need is a Dedenian, because all I need now is an NG card. So I need to put him on the bench. I'm going to draw a new hand. But I do need to throw all these cards away, so you might as well use them. So I could use Electro Powers now if I wanted to, because either way they're going to be ending up in the discard pile. But I don't really need them anyway, so I'm not going to bother. So there we go, some NG cards. Not only that, because I got 3, I can use Magnezone's ability to put the other 2 where I want them to be. But we're going to retreat, and we're going to attach these 2. Probably going to attach them to Eevee, as well as Raichu. So basically the reason why I'm attaching it to Raichu is because I'm going to, if I wanted to, I can use his GX move, which I'm going to do now. Does more damage. Didn't really need to do that because I would have got a switch anyways, but basically what I'm doing is I'm swapping him for Eevee because I don't want the Raichu being knocked out. If Raichu gets knocked out of this stage, he's pretty much going to lose, so I'm going to swap him back to the bench. Because I need to swap him anyway to get his attack up to maximum and to paralyze, for the paralyzed ability to work. Alright, so it's got rid of Thunder Mountain now, so I need full NG cards to attack all of them, but I've got more than enough NG cards on the Pokemon that I want them to be on. And of course I've got Magnezone's ability to put any amount of NG cards on a Pokemon as many times as I want in any turn. And he's even put a Viridian Forest on the field, so if I was lacking an NG card, I can actually use his own card to discard one of my cards, get a new NG card myself. In most of these cards I've got, only need 1 NG card to retreat anyways. So he's Latios, Rainbow Rare one right there. This is the first GX card he's used. If I knock that one out, I'm going to win, so I'm going to try and target it. Because he looks like he's powering it up, so I might not even need to get it on the field. He's probably going to put it on the field for us. If he does that, he'd be quite stupid, because all I need to do is attack it with Raichu. Yeah, there we go. It should be an easy win now, so I'm going to go run the Denny's on. I just call them the Denny's. So NG cards straight away, so I'm going to swap them. And I'm going to use Koga's Trap to get the last 10 HP points, because Raichu he does 160 damage. Plus the poison. There you go, 170 straight away. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yes, doesn't do any damage from Tag Team Pokemon. Off the turn after, I forgot about that ability. So anyway, he's paralysed. And he's poisoned, so 1 attack from Raichu will knock him out, so we'll see how it goes. So he has a chance now. There's a little bit of a mistake there. Forgot about the ability of Tag Purge. Stops my Tag Team Pokemon's attacks, but it doesn't stop him from being paralysed. All it does is stop the damage. It doesn't stop him from being paralysed, which means he can't retreat unless he's got an ability that lets him retreat. Okay, he's just made a massive mistake. He's actually used the ability of his card to swap my Pokemon around, which puts Raichu and Raichu back on the bench, which means again all I need is an NG card, and because he's got Viridian Forest in the field, I can just use it to get me an NG card, swap them around, and then straight away this time the damage will be added to it, because he's not going to be able to use Tag Purge this turn because he's paralysed. He's knocked out. I take my last 2 cards, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to win this one. He's just made a massive mistake. Oh, Espeon and Deoxys. Come on, just end your turn. You've got no way of winning now. You've just made a huge mistake. So he's powering up that. He thinks he's going to be able to get this on his turn after, but the reason being, Latios has 0 retreat cost, but you can't retreat when you're paralysed. So even if he's powering him up, he's probably planning on retreating him. If he doesn't know that you can't retreat when you're paralysed, he's got to find out. So he's powered him up. His plan is to get him on the field. He might have something to stop him from being paralysed, like a switch card or something like that. So he must be looking for one. He's only got a few cards left in his deck. No, he hasn't done it. So now straight away I have one. So all I need is an electric energy. So straight away use his own Viridian Forest to get my electric energy. Attach it to Dedenne. Swap him around for Raichu. And then attack. This time it's going to be full attack, 160. Just poison damage. Victory, there you go. That's 2 wins in a row. Jolteon Deck. Well, that's the Jolteon Deck. He's featured in there, but use other cards as well as Jolteon. He's more of a supporter card than anything else. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing a Vaporeon deck build as well, and a Flareon deck build at some point this week. Also look out for the next couple of videos that are going to be coming up. So I'm going to show you what cards I got in them Cosmic Eclipse opening for the opening online, and we're going to be doing some Hidden Fates openings from the tins. Hopefully next week. So I've been looking at starting to sell out, but I can't actually get one right now because I haven't got the money for it. So hopefully they'll have some more back in stock in there, and I'm going to get some next, either it'll be the 19th or 20th I'll be getting them. So I'll be doing a video either that weekend or the following Monday. So look out for them. I'll be giving away the codes for them, and hopefully I'll be able to get one of each tin, so the Raichu, the Charizard and the Gyarados. Alright, so I'll see you later guys, and remember to subscribe. If you do subscribe, email me, I'll send you a code just for subscribing. And if you like this video, leave a comment, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.